So yeah, there's a place called Vulcan in Alberta as well.
I was waiting for it.
There's a place called Hell.
Mm.
Cut and Shoot, Texas.
You just have those,
Climax.
yeah.
Climax, Saskatchewan.
Experimental or Experiment, Georgia.
What are these
Fertile,
names?
Iowa.
People name things stupid because reasons. So
There's a okay. The most important place though is called Bacon Ridge, and it's in Manitoba.
Gaylordsville, Connecticut.
anyway, so we're back. You guys
Crotch Lake.
had just finished up in the room that had totally a centipede in
Mayo.
it, but no longer a centipede. Yep. Used to's. Not anymore.
I'm alone, Wisconsin.
You're in Saskatchewan.
Mhm.
Anyways, let's go down the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll go first with a new stealthy stealth.
Very stealthy.
Maybe.
I mean, stealthy.
I rolled 987.
All right. You will head
It's
down
only getting worse.
the spiral staircase, and it will lead into a kind of small area with a big open wall leading into a large room. Like, you know, kind of like you get to the bottom of the stairs, there is a archway leading into a larger room. This larger room, you can see lots of roots have broken through into the roof of this area. This looks like maybe some kind of burial chamber. It has mounds of stone placed all around. You can see some of the roots going into some of the piles. You can see also in the back wall of the room seems to have something maybe like burst in through the wall. You also see the skeletal remains that kind of lie about this place that don't appear to have been interred here.
Well, that can't be good.
Anyone got a shovel?
I don't think so. No, no, I don't.
You're strong, Nokren. You can move those
No one got a
rocks.
pickaxe at least.
I got a crowbar.
It's not gonna work.
They're not slabs of stone. It's a bunch of smaller stones.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go do that.
I'm gonna look around for a better way to handle this situation.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so you're heading. So Nokren's heading into the room. All right.
Yes, he is.
Nokren.
We all are. But...
We all are. I'm following
as you
it
kind of like
very.
move
Nokren
towards
is
the back
first.
area, you will kind of turn around one of the piles and be confronted by something. At first, the strange creature kind of seems to be moving on all fours, but you kind of rises itself up to reveal the horror that it actually is. Black, wispy smoke seems to writhe around this gaunt, vaguely humanoid creature with twisted, elongated bones and flesh. It only has small red eyes that stand out from a sunken skull. Then it kind of bellows in a natural call towards you.
Initiative.
This thing is monstrous? Definitely. Yes, initiative.
Okay. Yep.
Hey, he rolled a bad initiative.
Hey.
You don't know what he has a bonus to that.
Bonus true. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I still win.
Yeah, probably. Unless he has a +10 to initiative, which could happen.
Okay. Alright. So, order would be Orn, Nokren, Tim, It. Orn, what are you
Good.
doing?
Gee, I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Will anyone be surprised if I don't know, stab it with daggers?
Okay.
I have advantage this
You
turn.
do
because
not.
It hasn't taken its turn yet this combat. I have advantage.
Aha. As you kind of try to attack it, it has this wispy dark aura that makes you hard to tell where it exactly is.
Oh shit!
So
we
we would
normally have
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
But you have normal
Oh.
attack.
Okay. So
You can feel like as you go to attack it, you can feel like the dark shadows around it.
14.
You'll hit off its tough armored skin.
So that's not a hit. So offhand dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay. Next up is, of course, Nokren.
Okay.
This thing is not easy to hit.
Noted. And with that, I am going to do this. Utter something under my breath. Eyes light up.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna drop my shield and take a swing at it with the pike this time.
Okay.
So it's just normal. I don't have advantage, right?
Yes, just normal.
Okay. Is that all I want to do? Yeah, that's all I want to do for now. And in terms of and attack, but
You will indeed hit.
yeah,
It's a good hit.
Yes, you'll get some good damage in on it then too. You'll kind of hit into its flesh. It'll kind of shriek at you and but continue to, of course, move. Tim.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and no, and you know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna stand exactly where I am.
You're like, I'm going to wait. No.
No, let's
Wait.
rethink this. And instead, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
10 damage. Okay. Takes 10. It will go. You will see it kind of It'll go after Nokren, because Nokren injured it. You'll see it attempt to, like, move its claws, but you then notice something strange. Its front limbs almost seem like they have an old injury to them, and it's unable to, like, lift it quite all the way. Which then it responds with just trying to bite at you.
okay.
Which it will
Oh,
successfully bite at
fuck!
you.
I dropped my shield.
Yes.
Oh.
Good thing
I
you
dropped
found
my
that
shield?
scroll of Cure Wounds, huh?
Well, one of you is gonna have to use it, I think.
It's
We
not as
can't.
bad as it could be.
Yeah.
I have
also-
no magical problem.
It'll only be 11 damage.
Okay,
I
I'll
also
still
have
like that.
potions of probable healing, so
Mhm.
we're fine.
Probably.
We're not level 4 yet. I have it multi-classed.
Yeah.
So kind of like it'll kind of like bite into you and tear into its flesh with its kind of strange like it's like almost like a monster and a humanoid of some type had like a child in its face because it's got like kind of like vicious horrible fangs and then kind of like the top of its head is almost like humanoid with like sunken in red eyes. So it's like really creepy looking.
Good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good. Yep,
Orange.
that's great.
Yep.
Well, now to disadvantage stabs.
Mm-hmm.
The dupe.
Nope.
The dupe. Yeah, I figure I'm not gonna get any hits this fight.
Okay, Nokren.
Okay, well, with this thing just like not actually grabbed onto his arm, but like latched onto his arm, is like, fuck, and go for a advantage. Oh no, it's normal, isn't it? Not advantage.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Mm-hmm.
I go for a swing at this thing.
You will
17?
hit.
Okay, if that
Whoa.
hits this time, I'm pumping a divine smite into it. Where is my command for divine smite? There it is. Oh, come on.
Oh.
Still, 10 damage.
Yeah. And you guys will notice he's a lot more like confident moving with the pike than he ever was with the great sword. Like he's
So fluid with his motions.
Tim, how about you?
What he used? He used a glaive for like years, and then so
Yeah. Well, surprise, surprise. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile again.
Okay.
Hold on, that was
Ooh.
the 1 and then
So-
2.
I
And
would
then
just like
three.
to point out.
wait, how does that?
The one didn't have the +1, so it should have been 5, 4, 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Correct.
because I'm like, hang on, you rolled a natty, like
Yeah.
a natural
Uh-uh.
4, and
Good
then the other
episode.
one
It
was
should have a +1. It should. Yeah.
Okay.
Nokren, that great sword doesn't count as heavy, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
So red
It will
could
miss Nokren.
potentially take a feat so he could wield the greatsword and a magic longsword.
Yes.
In theory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I was.
yeah, it rolled a 2 to attack Nokren, so it definitely did not hit him.
All right, time for me to miss.
I'm ready to
It
start.
does not have plus 18.
There we go.
Okay,
Next,
Nokren.
we're literally just getting me out of the way because
Yep.
I need not disadvantage.
Not
I
not
never-
disadvantaged.
Well.
You know what?
One of
Do I
those was a
have?
15 naturally, but no, I had disadvantage.
Yeah.
No, I don't have. Dang it! No, I don't have what I wanted prepared. Never mind. I'm gonna go for another swing, and if that hits,
you do.
actually, no, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save the smite. So
Okay. Kim.
Well, I think we all are going to be very surprised by what I'm about to do.
I wonder what it could be. Oh, yeah, it's a magic again.
No.
Did you roll the exact same thing? Oh,
No, very
Almost.
close. Very
Almost.
close.
As it seems to like kind of raise up to go bite into Nokren, bite at Nokren again, you blast it with another 3 magic missiles, as then it kind of like screeches for a second and then starts to like stop moving and just kind of falls forward and slumps down.
Good. Great.
Okay, we are in a world with so much light, but so many things can just see without needing sight. And then we deal with things that can just disappear where I hit. I hate this place.
You can see like the shrouds of like kind of like it's like dark aura kind of wisp away. That way.
Yeah,
I do-
As he's like saying that, you see Knocker in the background just stab it in the head.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I want to look around.
Okay.
I'm give myself one of these.
Okay.
That's a
Alright.
poor investigation.
You can determine that the big stone piles seem to be some kind of burial mounds.
Okay. So we don't really want to go in there. They're burial mounds.
I mean,
think-
they're more like
Already.
just they're not that big that they would be like you'd walk inside them. They're more like there's probably a number of corpses and they laid like piles of rocks and almost like a
Yeah.
shape on top of them. It does as though look that like the bodies that are like around here. It's pretty easy to tell that maybe these were people that got attacked by this thing.
Mm.
Also, this thing looks very like other than the wounds you dealt it, it looks as though it was maybe crippled in some way.
Yeah. Got a
The
feeling.
area that was burst in, maybe it came in through there, got injured, couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Also
Lovely.
noting, this thing bled, and it's been here a very long time.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's dead. That's good. If you guys want to have a look around here too, you can. I was just really... I want to go sleep.
I am of two minds about that. We don't know what happened to the others.
I understand. The issue is, there's not really too much we can do, and unless we're at our full strength, there's not really much that we can do to help them.
Okay.
And I
can
will
we at
say,
least-
I have spent a lot of my energy to...
Yeah. Can we at least take a look at the big hole before we rest? I won't go in. I want to confirm something.
The one outside or the one in this wall?
The one in the street.
The one on this wall is like collapsed, so you can't really tell a lot about it.
Okay.
Well, sure. I mean, if it's going to be quick, then yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, again, to the same end, we don't want to necessarily use too much time. But there's
I
also
just
not
figure
much
if
we
I
can
go
do.
alone, then something. will happen.
Inevitably. Yes.
Yeah.
On a side note, though, is anyone against grave rob?
No.
No.
I mean, not. It depends on whose grave it is, really. I mean, you.
Situation.
Yeah. No, definitely.
After what
not
I saw
those.
on those like sorry, the things on the wall.
The murals. Murals.
Murals. Thank you. After what I saw on those murals, I'm not opposed to that at all.
And,
Who knows? Maybe I'll get a nice cake to go along.
I was just going to say, just remember, you're currently wearing human flesh. So
I didn't have a problem with it. I was just making sure that.
I'm just saying, I think we probably would have abandoned you long ago if we had a problem.
Well, I mean, Nokren hasn't given me a hug anytime recently, so.
Oh, get in there, big guy!
No.
Get in there.
Nokren walks the other way.
Hold on. I'm
like-
sorry to do this to you, Nokren, but give me 1 second.
Oh no. Are you just gonna jump on his back?
Wait. Wait.
I don't think he notices me coming as I jump on his back.
As he jumps on, the second he's on, you hear him just shout down.
Alright, what is it? What save?
Wait.
Wisdom.
It's a creature you can see within range.
No, wait, once
If he's on your back, you can't necessarily see him.
Hey, I'll
Dragonborn
give it
eyes
to
on
him.
sides of head.
True, you are a lizard. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
true.
Damn.
Fair,
Damn lizard
reasonable,
boy.
logical.
He only has to turn his head a little bit to see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright.
wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Mhm.
What DC?
My save DC is 12, so you'll be fine. Yep, you're fine.
Yep.
Nope. Snuggle in more.
Nope. Okay, that's that. He's throwing it off.
Opposed
I can make
athletics
it-
would be for that, I guess.
Yeah.
Or acrobatics.
Yeah,
right?
you can use acrobatics because
Yeah.
you're the defender in this case.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It's turned into a rodeo.
All right.
God damn it.
Tim is gonna walk up and just say, "Are we grave robbing or not?"
After like 4 more seconds, I like do a little hop off your back.
It keeps walking.
No. Come back. Come back.
No, we're grave robbing real quick.
We're grave
Oh,
robbing
okay.
first. Do you want me to help you then, grave rob? Since you would be the one really doing it, I'd be helping. In all realistic.
Depends on the rolls. What roll would we have to make?
That's a fair point.
I mean, I don't know if there's much of roll because you're just trying to dig up giant piles of rocks to see what's
Oh, yeah.
underneath them.
Then all 3 of us just toss.
Yeah, or just tossing
Um,
rocks.
Yeah, you just find skeletal remains in like large, kind of like almost ritualistic piles. It appears that like the bodies themselves were probably all interned like as bones at some point in time. Their bones were stacked in various ways. Like all the different bones were broken apart, so the bodies aren't one piece.
As in, no flesh, just bone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
As in, are they whole skeletons or are they like torn apart skeletons?
there's only pieces. Like you'll find like piles of skulls, femur, like bone, various leg bones. You know, like hands. Like ribs. They're all like put together in like ways that make them stack in a very intricate pile in the center of here. So it's impossible to tell how many are actually interred here also.
Interesting. And in terms of size, would you say they're about half the normal length of a human femur, maybe? Or
would they be bigger?
They are probably a little bigger than your average human.
okay. So these are not then in all likelihood the remains of a butcher then. They would be more along the lines of ritualistically stacked for the purposes of a religious ritual in all likelihood.
It looks as though perhaps like all these were may have been like kept in another way and eventually interred here as bones.
Okay.
This is like the stack here is stacked very meticulously.
Okay.
Like once you kind of like remove the bones and start getting into it, it's sort of like when you think about like the way that they're stacked in the catacombs of France and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then in that case. Yeah.
Well, we have 2 things left that are interesting about the cathedral to me.
Oh.
First of all, the sacrificial pit.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course, they just can't cut out the hearts like a normal cult. And the second one being the tree.
Well, we can come back to the tree. I was actually thinking we might want to rest here rather than the tavern, up in the upstairs room.
Yeah, especially since if those things are active, we already know that they went to the tavern once.
Or perhaps something similar. Regardless,
Yeah.
subterranean creatures would rather avoid them.
Second floor.
Being on a
much
second
safer.
floor.
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's go take a look at the hole.
Okay. The hole itself seems to go down maybe 40 feet. It is sheer, like, stone sides, like, smooth. Towards, like...
Is this the... Are we looking at the sacrificial pit or the
You're
one in
looking
the...
at the sacrificial pit, I thought you said.
Oh, no, sorry. I think
we're
we're
talking about the one outside.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted
okay,
to have
one
a quick
outside.
look at the
Oh,
big
yeah,
one
okay.
outside
I
before.
thought
We
you
can
were
come
looking
back
at
to the
sacrificial
pit.
Yeah.
No, totally fair.
Because he was mentioning the
fault
pit,
for
that's
not.
why I thought about that.
There are too many holes. It's...
All right. Okay.
You know,
We just
Oh
don't
my
know
god,
which one
we're
to pick.
holes D&D
Yeah.
edition.
The hole in the street seems to kind of go down maybe about 10, 15 feet. And then it kind of like leads to like a bottom area where you can see an actual tunnel going off and winding kind of slightly down into the one side. As if maybe
Okay.
things like burrowed to here, and then the street collapsed.
Would we be able to fit through that tunnel?
Yeah, it's like maybe like 10 by 10, pretty large size.
Okay. I think I know where we're going after we rest.
Okay. Well, then I
Great.
certainly will need rest.
Okay, you'll go and get some rest then, and it will be
Boop.
uneventful rest. You'll have your chance.
I
to
would have
take-
set a trap just outside the door as well.
Okay,
Yeah. And we'll take our usual watches
Yep.
as well.
you can kind of set your bed rolls up on these beds to give you a little bit more support, and then you just at least have some kind of like actual mattress almost. And they're nice beds. And Nokren, you actually fit pretty decently in these beds.
Oh. He will point that out and be like, good for me, not good for us.
What is good for the goose is not good for the gander. Tantus, quick question, because I know you have set placements for levels.
Yes.
Just because I don't want to go off somewhere and not get a level, do we have to go into the castle for that? Or will going in the hole work?
You can go in the hole right now. You're fine.
Okay. I don't want to miss out on a level because
Nope.
we went in a hole.
No. The thing is, it is still slightly adaptable exactly where it is. I have a general
Okay.
idea of where it is in the
Yeah.
castle. There's
It's a
percentage-
structure thing, right?
Yeah,
like it's
it-
how many
there's-
things we take care of.
Yes, it's how many
in
things
this
you
place.
take care of. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Well-
like, if you go on through this area here, it counts as more things towards, let's say, the castle than you would have if you just went straight to the castle.
Right.
Um,
So how much rope do you
Okay.
guys have?
50
I have
feet.
a lot. I have 100
a-
foot. Yeah.
I have 100 as well.
Well, if we're all done with our big dick competition,
Oh no!
I suggest
for a
we have
competition, we
two.
can go.
hmm,
Yeah, I suggest we have 2 ropes leading into that hole in case something happens to one of them, because we need to be able to get out.
This is why we need. This is the main reason we need Rufus, so we can tie one end to Nokren, one end to Rufus, and just lower him down.
How far down did you say it was?
like 10, 15 feet to, like, the bottom area of the hole where it kind of leads into where the tunnel comes in.
Okay, so that's a little too far to jump.
Yes. I mean, the walls
is it a
are-
slanted hole or is it a, is it a
slightly,
straight down hole?
Slightly, so you could probably like kind of like slide down a little bit, if you really wanted to. It's
Let's
not like a
set
perfect
up a
like
rope
straight
for a
down.
quick escape.
Yeah. Is there anything around we can tie a rope to?
You're relatively close to some of the trees are, where like the forest has begun to really encroach into this area. So this is kind of like at the edge of that area. You can easily kind of like attach something to a tree and throw it over. That's going to be
Oh,
on the
gonna do that.
that's going to be on the sheer side of the hole, like the one that's like, as I said, because it's not like a quite straight down.
Mm.
This is on the side that you wouldn't be able to slide down.
Okay.
I mean, I think we should set up the rope regardless.
Yeah.
But whether or not we take the rope will determine, will be dependent on other factors, I think.
Yes. The rope is going to go down on the side that has the tunnel, basically, is the easy way to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then. And then, as once it's finished setting up, Nokren's gonna slide down.
Yep. With
Tim
all
will be
grace.
the
Shield in
last
front.
one down there.
Okay.
Nokren rides the shield down, puts on the shield to Nokren's down.
Yeah.
Not actually, but yeah.
Kind of hoping you would. I'll be honest.
Okay. The tunnel lies in front of you. I'm gonna say lays in front of you, which is not English.
Okay, so I'm gonna have the shield with the pike like resting on the shield for now, as I walk forwards.
Okay. The tunnel's gonna kind of wind down, perhaps even about 100 feet, underground, and then it will kind of begin to emerge into a large cavern. This cavern is a slaughter ground. It is filled with countless skeletal remains of what you assume are probably the people of this city, spread about with various degrees of damage to the bones and bodies. Also amongst here, you can see the remains of what appear to be a few of those creatures that you fought. The one in the cathedral.
Okay. We definitely got so it had like the one in the cathedral had like the wispiness stuff to it. Would Nokren think that if you use divine sense, you would get a better like sense of where they are? From what I saw, or is it just sort of like magical?
It seemed to be some kind of supernatural ability more than anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Like almost like a supernatural darkness to it. That kind of was embracing it. It was like it wasn't enough to like be like, oh, you're surrounded by darkness, but it made it like harder to tell anything about it. Like it oozed out darkness around it, like supernatural darkness.
Yeah.
Tim is just kind of keeping an eye out. He's just generally watching for movement and things at this point.
The skeletal remains show signs that perhaps maybe soldiers took them out. A couple of them still have some arrows sticking in them. One has like a spear that was left behind.
Okay.
None of the bodies in here seem to be wearing armor, though, I will note. Or any kind of like... Most of them are like don't have really clothes anyway, but none have any signs of like maybe equipment on them.
Okay. Mostly what I'm looking for is like, are there other people or other things or other creatures here around? Is there anything that I need to worry about in this area? Like I'm literally like keeping watch basically. Right.
There does seem to be part of a tunnel in the back of this area, though it does look like it has collapsed, and you can see around that area seems to be the skeletons of one of these creatures, partially buried by rocks. So it's hard to say if they were the cause of it, or maybe whoever was fighting them managed to collapse them.
Okay.
But you're pretty sure this was some kind of, slaughter/battleground.
Looks more like a battleground to me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a battle can be a slaughter.
There does seem to be a lot of people that died down here.
Yeah.
Like, you count, like, maybe 100 bodies of victims.
I think we found out what happened to this place.
Seems like it. I want to do a quick investigation around, just, like, to look...
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Like, because now that I see that the only other way in collapse, Tim is gonna, he's gonna feel pretty comfortable to start looking around.
Okay.
You'll
definitely begin to notice signs that maybe not all the people that were down here were killed were soldiers, because you'll find some children amongst them.
There were children here.
How would they have gotten down here?
Possibly dragged. Possibly they were given up as sacrifices by their people. We don't know anything about this culture.
The area outside of here was a little bit more open. It could have easily been like an area that would have been activities or for a square or something.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely dragged or...
So we need to find out where these things are coming from, but at the same time, if they could do this, and it's just going to sort of... Yeah.
Well, back up.
I guess so.
I think we know why the savage ones don't come here.
Yeah.
Depressing. Tim's gonna walk out.
Knocker's just so...
going, or
Huh?
As I
Go
said,
ahead.
like this area, the tunnel you come down from led into this chamber, and then there was a kind of collapsed tunnel in the back.
There's no way to, like, open it up?
If you excavate it, that's about
Okay,
it.
so not quickly.
It's not
Yeah.
a quick open up because it's like an actual decent collapse.
Yeah. That was Tim's quick assessment, which is why he just walked back out. He's done in his room. He doesn't want to see children dead. Even
Yeah,
with the people who he thinks are awful.
Just because the society was awful too doesn't mean the kid wasn't.
Yeah.
Exactly. The kids didn't deserve that. They had a chance to be different.
Okay. And yeah, Nokren's going to turn around. Nokren is stumped about what to do, but he knows needs to do something.
yeah, that's all
Castle.
we got left. Or burning the sprite fairy thing's tree down.
Tempting.
That's
One
what
day.
Rufus.
One day, baby.
Find out what they stole.
They just like probably stole money. I haven't actually checked it up because we didn't have any money. Even checking out, so you haven't really like had a good assessment of everything you have on you. You might not have
Good
that
point.
later on. So you'd be like,
luckily, I
didn't
got
we
nothing
have-
stolen.
Yeah.
I got a 20.
Yes.
Okay, I guess we climb out then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll head out. What do you want to do now?
To the castle.
All right. You can easily head to the main doors. As before, the doors are sealed and seemingly locked.
Didn't we have that magic key?
I'm gonna do a quick Arcana check first before.
Nokren's also going to try and push before.
Yeah, you do kind of like take a look over. The door itself seems to have like nothing that makes signs of magic, though you can see that almost maybe perhaps in the lock there's a little bit of signs of it.
Okay. Well, magical key, magical lock. We're gonna put the lock in. I was about to say the lock in the key. I'm gonna put the key in the lock.
It seems to unlock it. You hear like a clicking noise. That works.
I'm gonna.
That would be a magical trinket.
Yeah,
I'm going to assume the position I've been talking about this
And-
entire time.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take a look at the door. Seems like a door to me.
Yep.
There were no magical signs, so I don't think it's trapped magically, at least. And I don't see any other traps. But Nokren, I believe this is a little bit large for me.
Okay, and I'm going to use the shield to sort of push the door open.
Okay. As the doors open before you, you get this kind of a breeze of old air that rushes by you, as if an old tomb was opening. There are still burning torches in the four corners of this room, with a brightness you would not expect. At the center of the room is a massive statue as tall as the ceiling. An opposing figure in royal regalia faces you, sword in hand, as if threatening all that enter the castle with death should they defy his authority. The flickering light of the flames, even more intimidating and vicious, adds to this figure. Heraldry and portraits line the walls of this room, with every figure in similarly opposing pose. Each and every one is telling you that this is their domain and you must pay respect.
Okay. Well then, that's ominous. I was wondering what you were doing. Yep, that makes sense.
Do the torches emit heat?
No.
Interesting.
Tim, this is one of those everlasting flame. What are they blasting?
Enduring. Either
Someone-
endless or enduring flame, depending on your perception of the readings. There's different interpretations. There's different translations. It really depends.
It's
But
creative.
the
Yeah.
the notion is
Flame.
continuous flame.
Yeah, it's
The notion is that it's
Yeah.
continuous until it will, be snuffed out by magical means.
I wonder.
You do
Not
see
gonna
that
try
the
to
base
put
of the
it-
statue does have some kind of inscription in it, on it.
What? Nokren's gonna put a bit of cloth around the end of the pike, and then just does it light?
No. Continual
Damn
flame
it.
doesn't light things on fire. It's
Yeah, I
just
know.
it's
He wanted
flame.
to try
Yeah.
just in case.
Magic flame.
Damn.
I mean, you could take one and put something over it.
They're a little high up. They're like in the corners, but they're like 10.
You could lift me.
How high?
I'm
up?
light.
I have a pike, so
15
that's
feet
why.
up to kind of like a big
15
thing.
feet.
These rooms are 20 foot high.
Nokren has a pike.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but
like,
also,
they're like,
like,
attached
to
to,
be
the
fair-
sconces, so you'd have to like,
Tim is 6'5", and then arm reach puts it a little bit higher, probably about an extra.
If you
Foot
want
and
to
a
get
half.
them, you could go through a thing of like getting on his shoulders and then like
Yeah.
give me
Yes.
like a strength check to disattach it from the wall.
Strength check. Got
Yes.
it.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna go really, really
Yep.
poorly.
You just hold on as hard as you can, and Nokren will
Just
walk
run
away
backwards.
and slowly lower himself.
Just like stretched him out.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It doesn't help you get it unhooked, but
Damn
it's
it.
not that bad.
I hand up a crowbar.
Ah, thank you.
Okay, you can try again with advantage with a crowbar.
Nokren's ready to grab it because he thinks they're just gonna do it. Like
Mhm.
he will
don't-
drop Tim to catch it.
They don't go
All
out.
right, you'll like manage to kind of like pop it up a little bit, and you'll then be able to lift it out of like where it's attached to
Great.
the wall. It looks as though
I'm
if
just
you,
gonna
it looks
drop
as
it
though
down.
it would have been a
Nokren.
lot harder if you had tried to like pull it from below. You had to kind of pull
Yeah.
it up to get it out.
Yes.
But you have it. Okay.
All right.
Crowbar.
And then I'm gonna climb down, hand the crowbar, because I'm not gonna drop the crowbar. Dropping the torch with the continuous flame on it, fine. But
Yeah, in that case, I am gonna put my shield on my back and then hold the torch in one hand.
Okay. There is a door at the back of this room that leads out of here, though, too. Man-owned. So,
which door is closest?
there's only one door.
Then great, we're going to that one.
I mean, unless...
Well, hold on. Do I want to investigate the statue? Do we want to investigate the statue, gang?
I mean,
You
there's some
would, I
nice
think.
writing at the bottom of it, and I know you love to,
Oh.
like, interpret writing.
I'm gonna sit down for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Oh, not again.
Uh-huh.
It's...
Nokren, while he does that, Nokren is gonna look around the room.
Uh-huh.
Can I do an investigation while he does that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Okay.
And by the way, while we're doing this, Nokren, I like take part of my cloak and put it over the flame,
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
You can temper
showing
stuff.
you that you can.
Oh,
just, like,
okay. Cool.
It doesn't go out ever.
Yeah, you can definitely tell from the portraits and the symbolism that this is the kind of race that you were sure is related to the Savage ones. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah.
The writing on the base of the statue is, "Here lies Devin Evain, first lord of the castle of Evain, the guardian servant of he who delves of the earth."
Hold on, I wrote something down about this Joker at some point, didn't I?
You wrote down Evain because that was the name of the castle you saw in the description on the outside.
That's right. Yeah.
I wrote down more than that. Hold on, because I actually did write it down.
Out of game while he's looking that up. Can this endless flame just be like put in a backpack
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it won't burn anything? That is
it's
real
not burning
cool.
anything. Yeah. Continual flame is really awesome that way. Yeah.
It just stays lit, but not burning.
So just like pull out of the backpack a lit torch.
Yeah, that's how it works.
great. I love it. Cool, we got one of those now.
I mean, we could have another
I mean, we could.
one. They're actually like one of the handiest tools because, fun fact, they don't even use oxygen. You can take them underwater,
That's awesome.
right?
Not the Nokren will ever go
The
underwater.
last thing that you saw, the
True.
door itself translated into, here is the inscription of the door. Here's the castle of Evain, the first and last city of the world. Let the Kaladites rule over all the world under the care of the devourer of
That's
the earth.
right.
Let only the strength of steel and soul can seal these doors. And this Evain,
Yes.
and this one says, this one specifically refers to something slightly different, as it says,
Here lies.
no. It is, guardian servant of he who delves of the earth.
Okay.
I would pass on all that information.
Give me a religion
well.
check.
Me or
Sure, you can
All
give me a
of us?
religion check. You can give me a religion check if you're passing on the information they can too.
yes, I am passing on the information.
Oh, nope. I erred it.
You did.
At least I stopped doing it so often that they were gonna call it teshing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I did better. It's a consistent thing. I do better when I don't have fun.
Tim and Nokren, the two of you will actually realize that more than likely these are both titles to the same god, because usually gods have multiple titles to them.
Yeah.
And these are like references to the actual name, which is not given.
Okay. Noted. Shall we check out the door then?
Yes. I just found the thing in the stupid... It was in my notes, not on my character sheet, which is just not helpful. Anyways, yeah.
That's why I don't use my character sheet for notes.
No, I only use my character sheet. So that's why I use it. Because then it's all there. But
That's fair, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, but I had it in a separate... Dumb. Let's go check out that door. Yeah.
Okay. It's another large double door about the same size as the door that you used to enter the castle.
You cut out there. So I
You
didn't
cut
get the
out.
last bit.
Same, it's the same size as blank.
As the door you used to enter the castle.
Okay, I'm gonna do another Arcana check on it,
Sure.
just to see if this one's magical at all. Seems really magical, right?
It seems that there's like all
very
kinds of magic
unmagical.
inlaid into the door itself. Hard to say what kind it is.
Good. Okay.
Without him saying anything, before he gets to say anything, Knockers will walk forward and start pushing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before you lies what must be the most extravagant room in all of the castle. Marble columns line the sides of this walls on the side, and banners, steel in near perfect condition, hang with extravagant colors of all shades, all of which are still vibrant and bright. Blood red carpets lead all the way to the end of the room, where upon a raised dais is a massive throne of gold and jewels. Upon it still sits its king, now unmoving. He lies in a pose, much the same as the way his ancestors were shown in the room before, looking to those that would enter and showing them that this is his kingdom still. This room seems beyond age, beyond time, except that, with even just a small, closer look, you begin to see few details, few cracks which reveal that even here, decay is entering the room, which will soon devour all this.
Okay.
This
I
is
like
a throne
Paladin.
room.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
For
so
exit's sake, because I want to mention that first, there are
Yep.
6 doors out of here. On the wall you came in on, so basically on the same wall that you just entered from, there's one to your right, one to your left. Next to those doors, on the side walls, another set of doors, one on right, one on left. And on the back of the room, on the back wall, behind the throne room, again, one on the right corner, one on the left corner. So very mirrored on either side.
oh, well then.
Bets on secret door behind or below the throne.
Pretty good.
I'm worried about
It
getting close
seems
to
like
that
one of
throne,
those things.
but probably.
I want to.
If
I
he
want
wasn't
to
still
look for a
sitting,
distance.
yeah, if he wasn't still sitting there, I would sit in the throne right now.
He's
I want to look from a distance at the throne.
he's
I want to
fairly
see if it-
skeletal, you know. He's like the skeletal remains, kind of probably still got like
Yeah.
a bushy beard and stuff. You know, crown on his head, kind of like an arm internally up, some cobwebs on him, kind of thing. So it's very like creepy, kind of that position of like you have.
Actually, you know what? I hadn't used this yet. This is probably a good time to use this.
Fortunately, he's very dead still.
Okay,
not
so
coming
the
back.
eyes flicker with the radiant, and she looks at it and goes, "Oh, good. Nothing coming from it." Shall we check out the rooms while I still got this going?
I missed what you said. I'm sorry.
Shall we check out the rooms while I still have this going?
Yes.
Okay. Like just like start going through the rooms. You mean?
Yeah, we just want to go like I don't know, circle around left to right, all the way around. Is that
Like
maybe
you
a
mean like
way to go?
clockwise, counterclockwise, that kind of thing, or
Yeah. So I was thinking
Clockwise.
clockwise.
clockwise? Okay.
We're
Yeah.
starting at 6, though.
Yeah.
What?
We're starting at 6.
Okay.
Oh, he's not.
Sorry.
No. I know.
Oh.
So you
I
started
was just at 6 o'clock going
We
clockwise.
entered at.
It doesn't matter where we start if we're going clockwise. We're going clockwise. It
Yeah.
means move left first.
Okay, you're going just left from where you were. Gotcha. Great. That's fine. All right.
I'm paranoid, so I'm gonna be sneaky.
Give me a second
And
here.
I think
because-
I'll probably be the first one in each room because I have sight at the moment, at least for a little bit longer.
I gotta get out something here because I see that I made a tiny mistake on the map here. I didn't update it from when I updated things earlier, so I gotta make sure I reference what I'm talking about.
Actually, I wouldn't. I just realized it's only one turn, so I would have gotten the flash. And
Yep.
You don't know how it works though, as Nokren.
Okay.
no, but
this
I would feel it run out.
Yeah,
Like
this
it's
first door
very-
seems to be a small hallway. There's one room off of here. Going clockwise.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we may as well check out that room while we're here. No point in leaving it unchecked.
Okay.
Again, same proceeding order. Nokren's in front.
Yep.
Uh,
As usual.
Okay. Give me a second here. Just making corrections as we go, just to make it easier for myself. Okay. Let's go there. You get so much done with just us. All right.
Oh.
Where are we? This room appears to be the kitchen of the castle. Probably where a lot of the food of the castle is prepared. The area is in disarray when you enter. It appears as though some kind of animal managed to get here looking for food. Like everything's kind of torn apart. There's like fallen shelves. The area has 2 fire pits and some kind of oven. The tools here are mostly rusted and useless. Though if you wanted to, there's probably still a few pots and pans which are in pretty good shape.
Nope.
No, I don't care. Let's move on.
Yeah. Next.
we're not cooks. I haven't started cutting up Rufus yet.
Oh dear.
Just take a
Listen.
small slice of meat off him every day.
He's gonna wake up. Part of his calf is gonna be gone.
Just-
Like,
wow, I'm in a lot of pain for supper.
yeah, Rufus. I rolled a nat 20 on stealth.
We all wanted to try
So you're going
halfling.
back to the
Yeah, just again around and
Yeah.
go to the next room on the left.
this large room seems to be the main dining hall of the entire castle.
Makes sense.
There does seem to be a door right across the room from where you entered. So probably
Is there a
there's, like-
door out of the kitchen?
there was a couple of doors out of the kitchen. A couple that looked like maybe they led to perhaps like pantries or storage areas, and one on the
I
other
would
side.
like to
of
know
it.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, the one to the other side is probably the one to the dining hall, but, you know, potential
It probably
storage.
wouldn't connect directly, but it would connect. Is kind of what you felt.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to check?
I'm not fussed.
Yeah, I'm not really. We can always come back. I mean, we have a big flying shield guardian. We can get here easily this time. So
Easily.
easily. There were a few bugs in my teeth, but
Let's see here. Let me just give you some information. There's a large table that kind of dominates the center of this table, where it looks like maybe dozens of guests could be around.
hold on. Hold on a second. There's a large table that dominates the center of this table.
The dining room. I'm
So
sorry.
there's. Okay, I was gonna say, is there a table on top of?
Dining
real
room.
confused for
Did
a
I say
second.
table for a
Alright.
second? I didn't realize.
Yeah, you did.
It's
It was
covered
very
in daub
entertaining.
tablecloth. There are small cabinets that seem to display strange trophies and large paintings of far-off landscapes on the walls. The cloth has seen better days with small tears and stains. A large chandelier covered in small little burning flames hangs in the center of the room of the table. There's small pots of what might be left of flowers cover the table, kind of in the center of it. And this room would probably be pretty pristine if there wasn't cobwebs everywhere over everything. And the webs that kind of cover the table and chandelier kind of form strange and intricate patterns.
Like more abnormally patterned than what we would expect to see from spiders.
Maybe?
Okay. Good thing this torch doesn't light anything on fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We all have some memories.
Oh, fun, wonderful memories. Actually, no, I don't have any because I went unconscious.
Oh.
Ah,
Well, whose fault was that?
yours.
Was it now? Huh. Funny how that happens.
I don't
Good to
know
know I
about
can,
you. I just remember a light breeze and the spiders were gone.
Hmm. Yeah. Light breeze.
Hey, Nokren, want a hug?
No, okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know. Do we want to continue to explore this room? I think we probably should.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. I want to look around and see if I see anything that would have created those webs.
Okay.
Yeah, do we see anything?
Currently, no.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I guess I still have that. So the web's covering the floor.
No.
good.
Okay.
Is it just?
That changes my plan.
Is it cobweb, or is it
Spider web.
big spider webs?
Probably more big webs, I'll say.
Oh, great.
Kind of what I figured.
Yep. Do we see any sort of do we see any sort of places where something big might be hiding, like a cupboard or?
Nothing that seems pretty obvious.
No big holes in the wall.
Yeah, no holes in the wall.
No. Hmm. So that door that's at the other end of the room, huh?
Yes.
Are there more cobwebs around the door?
Not any more than is around the door you just opened.
They're not directly above us, are they?
I was gonna say, I look up.
Looks just like a chandelier.
What about
Wait, looks
past?
just like a chandelier, or
It's a
looks like it
chandelier.
is a chandelier?
It's a
Okay.
chandelier.
What about
I mean,
half
unless
of
There's a
the
it's
difference.
chandelier?
unless it's like an elaborate spider chandelier that has ever-burning candles attached to it.
Just look, it could have rolled a nat 20 on its stealth. I don't know. I'm
massive.
asking these questions.
I understand, but I'm just saying, I don't think that works quite well.
Well,
I need to make a creature that is like a mimic spider hybrid now.
Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be terrifying. So basically, the mimics from Prey.
Call
Yeah.
it a chandelier spider.
Mm-hmm.
The mimics from Coraline.
Yes.
Oh,
Creepy movie. Anyways, you know.
That movie messed me up as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna walk in further.
I will. The second I see him start to walk forwards, I will walk forwards, trying to sort of keep a step ahead of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm being sneaky.
I'm gonna investigate the room.
All right.
While he does that, as he's about to start, I'll actually turn to him and say, "Can you do your dancing lights instead of this?" And I'm going to put the torch away, put out the shield, just so I at least have one hit
Yes.
absorbed with the shield.
And I will indeed cast dancing lights.
Okay.
And then I will do an investigation.
All right.
That was real close to being real bad.
So you don't really find a lot in here. Most of the, like, you begin to notice certain interesting things. Like, this place looks like it might have been rich, but you begin to notice, like, the silverware and the plates in here aren't actually as fancy as they seem.
Hmm.
The other thing is, the thing that seems to stand out with the most value is the pots that are holding, like, what remains of flowers and stuff on the table. They look to be made of pure silver. They're a little tarnished, but you can maybe get, like,
We're gonna
20
take
gold a
those.
piece for them.
We're gonna take those.
We could melt them down for
or
silver
they're not
gladly.
going to be money.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna grab all of them and
Yeah,
hand
there's
each
lots-
one to Nokren.
There's 5
No,
pots.
instead
silver
of
pots.
actually like taking them, Nokren will literally just turn around and slush down a bit
Yeah.
with the backpack facing him.
You just put them in.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you
By the way, at
Precariously.
this stage, Nokren actually has like, I'm gonna say Nokren has latches at the top of his back, so whenever combat starts, click.
Yeah. We've sorted that out. This
So-
is the pack mule Nokren.
you have 5
Yeah.
pots of 5 squished silver pots.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter if they're squished. We're just
Yeah,
gonna be.
we don't mind if they're squished.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
know, I'm
melting
just
them
saying
down
that
for the metals.
they are still squished, though. I'm just saying.
We could crumple
Yeah.
them into balls right now, and it would be just as
Fine.
effective for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then in
Actually, I
that
can
case,
check if Nokren has anything that is remotely breakable. I don't think so, actually. I think everything's good.
yeah, the silver pots.
Silver pots are the closest thing, I think.
So let's take a look at that door.
Yeah.
This one I am actually gonna like check for not traps. I'm not looking for traps. I'm looking for signs that there could be a large spider have interacted with this door.
Mhm.
Don't get close. This is a look at range thing because I have an idea about how
Yes.
door.
I am looking at a range.
Okay. It seems fine. You don't see any signs of any kind of dangerous creature.
Okay.
Okay. Nokren is gonna move slowly up to it, twist the doorknob, pull it a tiny bit, back up, and then use the pike to edge it open.
Okay. All right. You'll kind of open it up, and it looks to be some kind of hallway. It seems to go to the left and right from this door.
I'm gonna send my dancing lights into the room, and just trying to see if there's anything in here that we need to watch out for.
Nothing seems to trigger.
I'm
Okay.
just
You can
waiting to
easily
pounce
see
on
that
them.
to your you can easily see to your left of this doorway is another door, which you're like 95%
Pretty sure
is where's
to the kitchen.
Yeah. To the right,
Yeah.
it goes down farther.
Well, kitchen again or to the right?
Well, we've seen kitchen.
We have seen kitchen, but there were some other doors in kitchen that we could quickly take a peek through.
Okay.
Storage and things.
Yeah, let's.
We could just do that quickly.
Okay.
Make sure it's not behind
It
us.
does connect to the
Exactly.
kitchen, but it seems to connect to a back area of the kitchen, which was kind of through the doors you were looking at the back of the kitchen. They can easily be opened up to like put it into one large room, but they were kind of
Right.
closed off right now.
Okay.
This side of the kitchen seems more preparation, and there are 2 more seemingly storage doors in here. So there seems to be 4 storage areas.
Well, we'll just check out all this. going from closest to furthest away.
It looks like these probably held all manner of food, water, cooking supplies, and such things. It looks as though the food and water was raided, like it's gone. Used
Yeah,
up.
makes sense.
They're actually a little bit of disarray, as if people were searching through them. The dishes and the silverware of the area are like for the dining hall were used here too. They're pretty wrecked up, though you can find a number of silver dining plates in pretty good condition.
We will put those in Nokren's bag.
Are there any shiny, amazing, magical?
If you would keep... Okay.
Wait, so what exactly were those so I can write them down?
There's silver dining pieces, which if you kept intact, you're pretty sure would be valued at 500 gold pieces.
Oh, so we shouldn't just shove these into the bag.
This is like really fine silver like dining set.
I'll take my traveling clothes and I'll wrap the silver dining set.
There
and
is some
put it
scrap
carefully.
silver here that looks like some things that were damaged that you could take too.
We'll take those as well.
Yeah.
Those we'll throw in Nokren's bag.
Yeah.
The silver dining set I will take and put in my bag carefully.
Yeah.
Silver. Oh, why? What? I pressed plus once and added like 5 items. I've written silver, scrap silver, and silver crumple.
So, the corner room, the storage room that's seemingly in the corner of the entire building is not actually a storage room. When you open that one, it looks kind of like it. It looks to be a kind of tower of some kind, or at least an internal tower with a staircase leading up. This here looks like it have like a few tables, chairs, and cots in this area. Maybe this is where some guards were to guard the way up. Furniture's in decent shape.
What is that noise?
Sorry.
I was like, is it a bell tower?
No.
The best part was because Taff just didn't react. I was like, wait, is this actually meant to be happening?
I was like, he's playing something. Oh my god, the production value.
No, I went for it. I'm using it to my advantage.
Oh man.
And also to note, just because you would have seen then, the hallway where you led into the kitchen, to the left, to the right, I mean, led to another door at the end of it. So.
Okay. Then I mean, like, let's check out the tower.
Let's do it.
I wanna look around and see if there's any like intact weapons and armor. I really doubt it, but.
No, it doesn't look like there are any guards left in here. It looks like it was a guard tower, but like now there just is no one.
Fair enough. Well, should we go up?
Might as well.
Might as well.
Okay.
You okay that one?
Okay. You kind of head up to a second floor area. There is a door on this second floor area. It does continue to head up, it looks to be. There's a small window in the center of the door, maybe to check who would be coming into the tower and passing through it. The room is empty. This only has a small table and chairs. Give me a second here just to check.
So, guard room.
Yeah.
Can we perceive through the little window?
Sorry, I'm just checking something here.
Always concerning when the DM is checking something.
Checking.
Well, I've got to figure out because I did not correct the map itself, unfortunately. Yes. So yeah, there's some things that were on the map that I had to check on. Yeah, there is a door out of here on the second floor though. That is open. Well, it looks like it could be opened. You haven't tested it yet. And it does go up farther too, towards a third floor.
Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back down, I guess, if we need to
Just keep marching.
check that out.
Alright.
Well, for me, it's more tiptoes, but
Yeah.
You're tiptoeing behind the clomp clang, clomp clang, clomp clang, clomp
Oh,
clang.
yeah. You see, that's the thing. You're this bright, shiny mass, and I'm hiding in the shadows.
Mhm.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Meanwhile, I'm just, rambling on about the different,
I will say, at this stage, Nokren is
anything,
clanging.
basically.
Like, with the
Yeah,
amount
you
of
got a
stuff.
lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of metal stuff specifically.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
the louder you are, the quieter I am.
All right. This one seems to lead up to a door and keeps going up. There's a door on a third floor. It's pretty empty here, and it keeps going up farther.
I'm definitely interested in continuing to go up.
Okay. Eventually,
Because
it will lead up to a small
Clank.
trapdoor.
Clank. Clank.
Trap door, you said?
Trapdoor.
Yes.
Yeah, at the top.
Not a small trap.
Yes.
Yeah, that is, I only heard small trap, and I'm like, continue, please.
Clank.
Okay, you're gonna open the trap, push your way through that trapdoor, and head out. All right. You will kind of see that this is the top of one of the towers of the castle. You can see that there is. You are probably in one of the corners of the building. There seems to be 4 towers, one in each of the corners. There also seems to be kind of like a central building, almost like a taller building in the back of this area. Like if you had, like you're in the, let's say like upper corner of it. If you were in the, like straight back from where the throne room was, it keeps going up higher into that huge tower, which went way up into the sky. In between the tower and that building is a massive overgrown garden on the roof below you.
Okay.
Do we see anything moving in the garden?
Plenty. Birds. Probably small animals.
Any large creatures
None that are
moving in the
noticeable.
garden?
You can't say
Okay.
that there
Good
aren't
to
any, but
know.
you do not see any.
Okay.
Yep. So that's one way to get to the center building. Can we actually, from this point of view, can we look to see how close the room we were in with the many doors was to the to that center?
From your kind of judgment, the throne room seems like it was just about at the center of the building.
Okay, so it was branched out from there.
And there were 2 doors in the back, which would lead towards the back of the building. But you went through, when you're clockwise, like, just the first 2 doors.
Pardon me. Yeah. Are there any other towers like this one around it?
There are. Well, they're in, like, the 4 corners of the building. There's a tower
Yeah.
in each.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
One of them seems to have completely collapsed. One of them has a tree sticking out through it. And the other one seems to have sustained some damage. This tower seems to be the one in best shape.
Good thing we chose this one. That could have ended poorly.
Tower falls, everyone dies.
I was about to make a Rock Falls joke, but that works better.
Yeah. Look, there's a good chance that we're the ones who don't survive this entire place, and Rufus and Grits just come out of the ground weeks later to find our bodies strewn somewhere.
Yeah.
And 3 captive characters held underground.
Yeah, we also have to remember that something shut that door when we were coming here. So this place is far from empty of things that are smart. Because they probably, if they knew that door seals when it shuts, that's why they shut it. Or even that they were able to open it at all. Then they would be in places that are maybe less run down.
It's possible.
Or I just gotta look up and just go, oh, they're up there.
That's the most likely. They've had time. Looks like a
They
long
have.
climb.
Well, shall we go back down?
Yep.
What floor should we get off at? The roof or the second floor? I assume the third door, the first floor, the third floor door was to that roof area we can see.
In all likelihood. We have more to explore down below, but
Let's do that.
we can always come back up to the roof.
Yeah, that's true. Let's do that first then.
So where are you going back down?
All the way back down.
So you're going
All the way back.
all the way
down.
back down to the first floor. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Shield sits on shield.
Okay, so where are you going from now?
The next closest door.
That would probably be in the hallway that you got to off of the dining hall.
Sure.
Okay.
That was it.
It seems to be a L-shaped hallway. It kind of goes in front of you for quite a while, and then goes off to your right.
Whoop.
And along this wall, there are 3 doors.
Uh,
I need to see how this looks on stream.
Well, what happened?
welcome back. You're muted,
He's
by the way,
back.
Winter.
My entire Discord just crashed and relaunched.
Okay, great. I missed what happened because I was looking at like.
Wait, I want to see how this looks on stream. Please let me have caught it just in time. Oh no, it had. Damn it, never mind.
Yeah, I'm too late too. It's already gone.
Yeah, there was a point where he came back and it was just a symbol sitting in his spot.
Anyway,
Anyway.
it's an L-shaped hallway that goes to the right, and on the right wall there are 3 doors along the way to that until the curve or the turn happens.
The closest door, Alex.
Okay. Doing anything at the door, just opening it.
I guess I would open it carefully with the pike again.
Okay.
This is the first time you've asked us if we're checking a door.
I mean, you do a lot, so I kind of like.
It doesn't. I mean, honestly, Nokren would still do that. He doesn't have someone to tell him it's okay, so he's just gonna.
Yep.
Nothing's happened so
okay.
far. So
This room has 5 small beds in it, each with a matching chest and desk set up across the room.
small.
Like they are still like a decent medium-sized creature, but they look to be like
Okay.
like small, like this. People weren't given a lot of room, kind of small.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
There's a round table at the center of it with a number of chairs. So it's got you can all hang out at the table or be in your beds with little
Servants'
desks.
quarters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, do a quick look around, see if they have anything of value that wasn't,
Okay.
nailed down.
You can see there's a couple of personal items. You will actually find a book in one of the chests.
Just sit down for a minute.
I mean, yeah. Okay. It looks to be a cookbook.
Are there recipes for halfling? That's all I'm looking for. I will come back to it later.
Wow.
Probably not specifically halfling, but there's a lot of rare and unusual recipes in here.
Cool.
Probably to someone that would be like would be self-described foodie would probably pay a lot of money for it.
Cool. I'll keep it in
Especially
my
if you
backpack.
somehow would translate it, which you don't. You sort of can translate it, I guess. You can I know what it
I
means.
can provide that service. It's just expensive for me to provide that service, and I'm happy to do so for somebody, but it's going to cost them.
You're guessing that for the combination of translating plus a collector, you could get maybe 500, 600 gold pieces for this.
I'm gonna err on the side of 600.
I bargain a little harder.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll just not sell it to them if they're
I mean,
trying to
you would
lowball
have
me.
to find
so.
someone in town that would be willing to take it.
Yeah.
In other words, investigate the town.
Yes.
And see how it goes.
Orn has been in the town, getting to know as many
Oren,
people.
you would know that there is one person that loves food and is kind of, you probably don't want to deal with him. He's one of the rich folks. He's the one that runs the place that trades in jewels and stuff. The moneylender.
Oh.
He's known for his many, many jowls. We'll put it that way.
So, Stinky Flappy, right?
It's Mr. Moan. M-O-A-N.
Mr.
It's Vargas.
Mr.
Moans loans.
Vargas Moans.
Moans loans. You can't get a better deal anywhere because everyone else is dead.
I
Hey,
mean, that's partially accurate.
you said that's a cookbook.
Yeah.
Yes.
You won't want to deal with the guy, but
It's
there's
gems, jewels, and other such, he calls it.
He missed an opportunity on that name.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, continue.
he's
Well,
moneylender
he called
and,
his
and
mansion
deals in gems and
in the
stuff
rich
like
part of
that.
town, the Moaning Wall.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
He has his own mansion, or did. I don't know if it's still there. I don't like to deal with him, but his name is Vargas. He's probably the only one who'd be interested and could pay.
Oh, and you would know something because you would know something for a couple of reasons here. So,
Oh, great.
because you were not only investigate a lot, you were kind of hanging around town for a while, but also because you're a member of the church.
And partially nobility, too.
I
I have all the hookups.
Yes. You know that the sister of the church is in fact his daughter. She does not go by his last name though.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Fair. I could understand
Oh,
why you
God.
wouldn't want to.
Oh,
Hey.
you guys would get along a lot. Oh my god, because I forgot that she was an enforcer and assassin before she joined the church. Oh my god.
And I'm an assassin because I
Yeah,
joined the church.
yeah,
Well, we
Uh-huh.
know who he's getting along with.
yeah. Oh my god.
I know who my competition is.
Olivia Thatch. Yeah, the sister.
Yeah, Olivia. I have her in my notes already.
Yeah, yeah. So you already had her in the notes. I forgot that she was totally an assassin before she joined the church.
Wow.
He's not a good man to deal with. Maybe Olivia can help.
Yeah, I mean, she
Good to know.
doesn't dislike her father. She's just slightly estranged from him. They don't meet very often.
Well, I'll just hold on to that.
Mhm.
Put it in my bag. Well, next door.
Okay. This appears. To
I mean,
be...
well, hold on. Should I do a closer investigation of this room? Probably not. Never mind. Next door.
Okay, next door. Moving into this room, this appears to be yet another servant's room, but this one, far less space. As the room before had just 5 beds, relatively small beds, this has 10 sets of bunk beds, each with a chest to one side of the bed. The room is in disarray that looks as if some kind of fight might have taken place here. The furniture's intact, but the bedding is and pillows and sheets, whatever remains of them, has kind of been thrown about the room.
Pillow fight.
Sure.
No. So I'm gonna look around. I know.
I'll help.
Crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what you were waiting for.
No, I mean, I was just saying a thing.
Yeah.
21.
It looks as though there's nothing of value was either left here, or these people might not have had anything of value.
Yeah. No, I was more also looking at like what happened here.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks as though
Bad
just some
things.
people got into a fight. Probably. There's no signs
Like,
of
just-
any remains or something, but
Okay, so no, not like a battle, but like they probably got into fisticuffs.
there.
But, like,
you will find
violent
you will some
fisticuffs?
violent fisticuffs. You will find
Yeah.
occasional small stains of minorly droplets of blood and some loss of blood
Okay.
too. So maybe some weapons were drawn at some point in time.
Well, we've seen these creatures.
Uh,
Yeah, then they don't need weapons.
mhm.
Next room,
Next
next
room.
door.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. This might have been some kind of little guard room area. There's like a table with some chairs set up. There is a rack on the wall next to the door, which seems to have once held weapons. You do see like a little area where some keys are being held.
I'm gonna take those keys.
Absolutely.
There's a few cots.
Is it one of those gigantic keychains where there's like 20 to 30 keys
no,
on it?
there's
Like,
actually only a few keys on it.
okay, let's be like,
the
yeah,
table
here we
itself
go.
has like a few mugs on it. Table's like the table was knocked over, and like the mugs that were like on it are like next to it, so you can see that they probably were on it at the time. But the table's in good conditions. There does seem to be some like small tokens and playing cards that are actually in pretty good condition on the floor. The tokens you're guessing were used for betting.
We should take those.
Mhm.
yes.
You got like,
Is there
you
a
got, like
rules
poker
card?
chips, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Is there a rules card or anything?
I'm
No.
more interested. Wait, I'm gonna do a thing because I'm interested how that's possibly good condition. So I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
What is it not playing? Or is it not,
Oh,
there
no,
it is.
there it is. No,
It
it's
took
not,
a
it's
while.
not magical. It just seems like there was like the material it's made out of was a little like better.
Okay.
Cool. It wasn't just like a simple paper, you know. Fortunately, so it's kept it at least in decent shape. It's not like great shape either.
I'm
so
gonna
it's
relay
like,
that.
You know.
You want to take those?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point in time, if you would look outside around the corner, there is a staircase leading down.
Oh, we can go down as well as up. Lovely. I figure that might be a good place to
Dungeon.
check for the others.
It's probably a
That
dungeon.
too.
Let's go.
I'm thinking if these things have made a nest somewhere that isn't just a random cave,
It will be down.
It'll be down there.
Yeah. And
Remember, as Ale warned me that there is something in here that we may want to avoid. We also may want to, and I quote, we may want to run headlong into it as well. He wasn't sure which.
well, then it should be an even match.
Yeah. Then let's go down.
Nokren is in front.
As Orn just becomes encased in darkness more and more.
Everything he adds makes me grow darker.
Well, now I've got a jangly keychain on as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The area leads down into a kind of hallway, which continues the same hallway as before. It kind of goes forward for a while and then turns to the right. There is a door on the right, and there's a door that you can see at the corner where it's turning.
Closest door.
Yep.
Closest door it is.
This is the new meta.
Yeah,
It's just closest door.
The door seems to be unlocked. Leading into it is a massive room. It seems to be some kind of storage for the entire castle. It is filled with furniture, tools, boxes, crates, and barrels.
Wow.
I will help.
Thank you. We're gonna.
Here, shiny kitchen knife, crowbar.
Alright, it seems any kind of food or water that was here is used up, gone. Anything that was left over went bad long ago. The tools are rusted and damaged. None are really valued. The furniture is a complete mixed bag. Some faring much better than others. Others not so much. I mean, some of it's really nice furnishing if you could somehow get it out, but it's like...
Hey, look, new couch for the castle.
Yeah, you got like enough furnishing to fill a small house, basically, here.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
One day.
Uh-huh. Other than
One
that,
day.
there doesn't seem to be much of actual use.
We need
Okay.
to call back the.
The Shield Guardian.
Yeah.
Furniture run.
You see the shield guy flying at the town, just holding
With a
Yeah.
couch. No, it's just a full couch in front of him, just flying. Yeah.
This is what
no.
it's like when you go around on hard rubbish day and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go to the next room.
Okay. Next room. You can see that down the hallway is a third door. So this next room, Lendo, at the corner that you saw, it seems to be a kind of smaller, kind of maybe office area. There's a central desk that seems filled with fragments of paperwork, a few cabinets, a chest, around at the furniture of this area. All these are kind of like opened and look like they've been emptied out.
I mean, I'm gonna do a quick look around just to make sure that like nothing of value.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
But that's interesting. That when
That'll be a natural 20, sir.
All right.
Shiny knife.
Okay. So
Scrolls.
you find that all
off.
the ink around here dried up, gone. The paper itself is crumbling and in bad condition. You do pick up some things. This office seems to have been able to manage, like, little bits of, like, the paperwork that still exist. And through your comprehend language, you can pick up that this was an area that managed the storage here. It also seems to manage a wine cellar, which you haven't seen yet.
Oh
Do the logs indicate anything of value that we can see based on the little bits that I was able to get scraps wise? I mean, in the wine cellar specifically.
It seems to mention that it was a pretty extensive wine cellar that seemed to have been losing a lot of amount. And it seemed as though very little was coming into it, basically. All was going out.
Okay.
That's a shame.
Well, it's worth checking out still.
It seems to come under the assumption that maybe, like, you get a point in time that maybe they got to a point in time where they no longer get an influx of alcohol and started just losing it.
Right. Okay. And there was nothing of value that we could determine from the storage room that we went and looked at already.
I mean, again, there's some, like, really nice furniture, but you can't really, like, sell furniture.
But that's like what I mean is like from the logs. I don't notice anything specifically that might have like stuck out.
Really super special in there. Other than that,
okay.
You know, nothing that you would call like this is valuable.
Right. Okay. Well, next room.
Okay.
Let's at least get some wine.
This door is locked.
Oh. Yeah. Try one key.
Yeah. I mean, the other doors could have been locked, but were not. This one was actually locked.
Okay, so I'm going to start trying each of the keys.
Yeah, you
until
will
I
find one that will open this one.
Hey! Click, click.
Yeah.
I did it. See, my thing is opening locks.
This seems to have been the extensive wine cellar of the castle.
Fuck yes.
Yes. Unfortunately, it looks as though the amount that was here just shrunk with time. Many of the bottles are gone. What remains are a few broken bottles, a few shattered on the racks, but you can see a few that seem to be intact.
Oh, good.
You can get 4 bottles of some kind of wine.
Great.
I want to take my fine clothes that I have and wrap them up.
I'm going to guess Vargas again.
I mean, you could also sell them to
the tavern keeper.
Jen.
Yeah, Jen.
Well, of course you can sell it to tavern keeper, but the thing about that is that tavern keepers are looking for resale value. If we sell it directly to the source, we would get more.
Understood. The other thing to note is that we want to maybe keep some for Grits when we find her. When we find
she
her.
can have a couple glasses if she lives.
So was it
I think
4,
she deserves
was
a
it?
bottle. But we could
Yeah,
save
4.
the 3 for sale.
Oh,
Certainly.
why don't... Oh my god. I was going to take another break, but if we go a little later, we can take another break now, and then we'll go at least for half an hour. How about that? We'll see how far...
Do you guys want to go for a little longer? I'm good to go for a little longer.
Because I
I
was
can
going
go
to
for
say...
a bit longer, yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say we could go for at least the 3-hour mark, but if we want to take like a quick couple-minute break, we can then go for like until like 3:15 or so on the count for the episode.
I don't know where we're at for the count, but yes. Sure.
2:45 about.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
we can do
yeah,
another half hour. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
couple minutes break. We'll go quickly, get drink, bathroom, snack, and we'll be back in a little bit. So see you in a second.